Hey everyone, Tesla Tom here. Thanks so much for joining us today. We've got a very special video for you. We've got a Tesla owner from Canada who's going to give us a very extensive tour of his new Tesla Model Y. Check it out.
Hey everyone, my name's Kaushik. I go by KKBR2823 on Twitter. I have a 2020 Model Y in pearl white, and it looks pretty chocolate brown right now. I'm here with Tesla Tom. I'm looking forward to showing you the Model Y. So that's the Model Y. Just trying to give you guys a good view.
And just give us some context here. How cold is it currently in Calgary, Kaushik?
So how cold it is minus 14 outside. And this is all the ice and snow melting off the vehicle. I've got the stock 20-inch induction wheels and the stock tires. So far so good. I'm actually going to get my winter tires changed out just to give, I think this front tire is a little better. Just to give you guys a look. Yep, what it looks like. It's beautiful.
And is your Y a long range or a performance?
It's a long range Model Y. So it has an EPA rating of 525 kilometers, which was just updated with the latest software update 2020.40.7. And when I bought it, it was at 509 kilometers rated range. So
the update has actually given you more range?
Yes, it has given me the equivalent of 10 miles or 16 kilometers under good conditions. So I can see a demonstrable increase of range for at least usable of 10 kilometers.
Wow,
it's got this
that's
beautiful glass, single glass roof.
Cool. And how long have you had this car now for?
I've had it since July 22nd, so it's almost 3 months. It's, I think 3 months to the day. Hey Siri, open trunk.
Okay, done. I opened the trunk.
That's cool.
There you go.
What app is that? What are you using to open that with Siri?
So that is the Stats app on the iOS App Store with the Siri shortcuts. So here you go. This is the trunk of the Model Y. It's pretty spacious. So I put a mat here to cover the surface.
Is that a Tesla mat or is it a third party?
No, it is a third-party mat. I mean, there's so many of them out there. You can pick and choose whatever you feel like. So this is the space underneath the main storage area. So you can call it the sub trunk or the sub boot.
Yep. And that's where you put all your charging cables, I can see?
Yes. I have a CCS, a CHAdeMO adapter that we have for North America because we don't have CCS here yet. And the stock Tesla charging cables that come with the vehicle. Yep. So there's also 2 cubby spaces here on either side that are good for storage. It's pretty deep. And you can stuff in a lot of stuff there. All right.
Awesome.
Now
I've got a question from a viewer, Kaushik, before you go on.
Yes.
What you've owned a Model 3 before, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Yep. How would you gauge the differences between the 3 and the Y? How much bigger is it?
From an exterior vehicle perspective, I would say it's about 10 to 15% bigger exterior-wise. It's taller. It's much taller than the 3. Unfortunately, you can't really make that difference out when you look at it from the front because it's almost like I have a couple of friends who have objectively showed both photos to, and they just cannot make the difference out. They're like, even on the road, they can't make the difference out. So it may slip past you and you may think it's a 3, but it'll actually be a Y.
They do look very similar, don't they?
Yes, Tesla's kept the design ethos pretty similar on the 2 vehicles, but the massive difference is when it comes to the seating position. When you're sitting, your the angle, the arch between the upper torso and the lower torso is much more comfortable in the Y as opposed to the 3. I'm about 5'10" in height, and for me, it makes leaps and bounds of differences. And I also have a lower back problem, and on the 3 it used to get accentuated more, and with the Y I've done a bunch of long road trips with almost no recurrence at all. So
cool.
Yep.
All right, we'll take a look at that when you get inside.
Yep.
But just back to the boot again. I mean, anecdotally, how much bigger is it? Like, can you fit more stuff in there in the Y?
Yeah, yes. So what really plays to the Y's advantage is the fact that it's got a liftgate versus just the standard boot. So I was able to stack 2 + 1, I think 3 large size luggages in the trunk, along with a single carry-on luggage that was placed in the sub trunk. Let's call it the sub trunk.
Yep.
And obviously you can keep 1 carry-on luggage in the front boot, the Froot. It can carry more luggage than a 3 for sure, and also the fact that the rear seats fold down really helps. You can really put in large, long pieces of luggage. So it's got switches. So I've got a baby car seat in here, and it will not go down with the baby car seat. So what you'd have to do is you'd have to just give the car seat a little bit of a duck, and then it just folds all the way down like that. And as you can see, there's enough space on either side to insert longitudinally, if you may, any piece of luggage that you may want to stack.
Like a surfboard or golf clubs? Or...
Yeah, golf clubs for sure, surfboards for sure. The view from here.
Yeah, that's plenty of space. Very nice.
Yeah, diagonally to give you the longest. Right. All right.
Very good. And you were saying also that the second row seats recline too?
Yes, so let me show you that. Now, unfortunately, these seats, they're not automatically sit back to their position. So you gotta give them a good solid push back. So here you have the lever that you can pull on, and basically just move this back a bit. So that basically is like an economy class recliner seat, which would be the best comparison I could give you. So what it does though is it really maximizes the seating capability and the ability to kind of recline and look up. And that is usually an awesome view. But right now you can see the ceiling of my garage.
The glass roof, yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Now, you've just got the 1 child currently. Can you envisage yourself with 3 baby seats, do you think, in there? Or do you think 2 is about maximum?
So I'm using, this is a Graco baby car seat. It's on the wider side of things, okay? And if you wanted to fit 3 side by side, you'd need to slim down and get the slimmest car seat you could possibly get. I know there are variants out there that are slim for slightly older children who don't need that kind of angle. This was a combination seat that could be forward facing or reverse facing. So we bought this, and it would also click. But yes, it is possible, but you would be, to fit comfortably, you'd need a seat that's the width of the center seat. I'm not sure if that's the best, if there's enough light here. Now let me do this. Let me actually open my garage.
Let there be light.
Let there be light. Hey Siri,
I'm here.
home link.
Okay, done. I sent signal to home link for Dynames.
Look at that. Look at that snow. Oh, wow. I think our Aussie viewers want to see that.
So gents
It's still a novelty to me.
This is the situation
Gorgeous.
outside, -14.
But blue sky, right?
Yeah, it's clear blue sky.
Gorgeous.
And
Love
minus
it.
14. And let's see if there's enough light here. Yeah, now you can see. You can see that the outer seats are wider than the center seat, like in the Model 3. So
Yes.
you would definitely need at least a seat that fits in that space.
I was going to say, having had the 3 and the Y now, do you think there's more leg room as well for, say, you know, primary school age children or teenagers? In the back there?
Absolutely. That's where the Y hands down wins in a 3. So the way I'm sitting, my driver's seat is all the way back, okay? And I'm almost so this is the amount of room I have. And basically I am about 5'10" in height and a pretty wide guy. And I've got enough, at least it's about 2 fingers. Easy.
Yeah. Okay.
Easy space without my knees even touching the back seat yet. So
Cool.
I would not be able
That
to
feels
sit in
more
the
roomy
back
than
seat.
the 3?
Absolutely. And easier to get out as well because of the angle, because of the height. And yeah, a lot of headroom as well. Lot of headroom.
Feels higher, obviously.
Yes, absolutely. Driving position is definitely higher than and more roomier than the 3.
Very good.
Just giving everybody a look here. Okay.
Can you show us the Frunk quickly?
Yes.
And as you're getting there, let me ask you another question. How do you find the build quality and finish compared between the 2 models, the 3 and the Y?
So my Model Y was an early build. It was VIN 21XXX. So like 20,000s. That's how early it was. And now I think they're in the 60,000s. I had almost no issues. 0. So I didn't, and even the small scuffs and small paint dents that I saw upon delivery, I really didn't even bother touching them up because it wasn't even visible. So I wasn't going to change out a whole panel for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must have been one of the first Canadian orders.
They started delivery when was it? Was it about May? And I picked up in July. So yeah, I was about there. I mean, the top 100, I would say. All right. I'm going to close hey Siri, home link.
Yeah, you look cold.
Yeah. That's what minus
I
14
feel
does
cold
to you.
looking at you.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
Signal to home link for Dynames.
Okay. Let's open the frunk, as we call it. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Open frunk.
There we go.
There we go.
Do you feel it's a wider Frunk than the 3?
It's a deeper front.
Deeper.
It's a deeper one, and it's a slightly different shape. And I think the newly refreshed Model 3s have this front trunk style in order to accommodate the heat pump, which is here, which is right there. But otherwise, for all intents and purposes, it accommodates the same amount of luggage.
Awesome.
All right. And I think, so they've changed. So one thing I think you'll notice is that there's no front struts. It's kind of changed now. So like in the Model 3,
yes.
like a lot of people would buy aftermarket struts in order to be able to make the front trunk go up all the way. Otherwise, opening the frunk in 3 just opens it up to the bottom level, right? Mm-hmm. Because they don't have the springs.
Yep.
So that's a massive change from the Model 3.
Okay.
All right. So
Right.
I'm just gonna.
And it's not powered, is it?
No. Give it an elbow.
Let's go inside and we'll check out the interior, or the
Yes.
front row.
Let's do this. Sorry for the the dirty mats, but it is winter.
It's understandable. That's why you need them.
Yep. Okay, so it's the same dash panel as the Model 3. It's the same steering wheel. It's
Same size as well?
It's it's all the same. In fact, even the seats are the same. It's just they're on risers. So for all the viewers out there, you're going to get the same comfort level from the seats. So if you like your Model 3 seats, then fantastic.
You feel there's more legroom as well for the driver and the passengers?
Absolutely. That is a huge element that is not visible from. So my seating position is I can't really show it, but torso to the angle between the torso and the legs is almost close to a 90, which is good. Whereas in the Model 3, for me, when I'd be sitting, it would be slightly acute angle. Would be so my legs would be higher up, closer to my chest, if you may.
Okay, that's interesting.
So yeah, that was something I didn't realize without sitting in the Y. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
And obviously more headroom too. It's higher as well, right?
Oh yeah, lots of headroom.
Fantastic.
Lots of room.
It just feels like, you know, a nice family SUV all of a sudden.
I think it is. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And to answer the question, would I pick the 3 or the Y if I had the chance in both side by side?
Yeah, that was a question from the viewer, yes.
I would pick the Y, hands down. Just
Really?
absolutely.
Yeah.
For a family, for the space, for the price of the Y, the all-wheel drive compared to the 3 all-wheel drive, I would pick the space.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Yep, you're really whetting my appetite there. I really want the Y now.
It's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. And which is why, to put it into context, we jumped on our order because we had a 2019 Model 3 SR Plus, which we got last year in May. And we traded that into Tesla to get a Y, a 2020 Y, just because it blew our minds, the amount of space and the visibility. When we sat in the vehicle, and just from a visibility standpoint and the headroom standpoint, there is so much more space. It gives you that sense of space. And
How was your trade-in, just quickly, between, you know, getting a 3 and the Y? Did you get a good price from Tesla?
I got a decent price from Tesla, not the best you could get for your vehicle. You'd definitely get better if you sold it on like outside. It's also because my 3 had FSD, and I kind of felt a bit that I got ripped off. I've been a little vocal about that on Twitter, because FSD is not transferable, so I had to buy FSD again for my Model Y, which is, words come to my mouth, but I'm not gonna say them. It doesn't feel right. I mean, they have to figure something out, because to put it into perspective, a lot more owners are gonna want to trade in their vehicles now over time, and they're going to realize that they're getting swindled, that their FSD is not transferable, and they spent close to $8,000 to $10,000, you know, and we're still in
It's a lot of money.
beta. And we're still in FSD beta. An awesome FSD audition there, Tesla Tom.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Kaushik.
If anybody, you should get it first, just for the sheer fact that was phenomenal. Hashtag
Thank you.
FSD Beta Canada, FSD Beta Australia.
Australia, that's it. That's it.
make that
We'll
happen.
tag that on our promotion tweet for sure for this video.
Yeah. So from a center console perspective, it's pretty similar. I've got a matte wrap on it here, just because of the piano black. And
Okay, so same piano black as the 3, yep.
yes,
That's
but
the old 3 rather?
it does come with a Tesla wireless charger.
Oh, it does, okay.
Yes, it comes with a wireless charger, and it's got 2 USB-C ports. Just 1 second.
Now, can that be removed if you want to, say, put a third-party one like Jetta or something?
Yes, that's my plan as well. I have one on order, and I'm gonna install one. There's not enough light here, but it's got 2 USB-C ports in the front. I think 2 or 3, and it's got 2 behind the AC vent. I'll probably just get out there and show you guys. It's got the same sort of center console area with almost the same amount of space. Nothing's different.
Yep, same compartments. Yep.
Same compartments. Same position. One cigarette light. One 12-volt plug to connect your peripherals. What I did swap out though is I have swapped out the lighting. So these are not the stock Model Y lights. So it's not that bright. It's actually pretty dark. So I bought third-party lights and I just swapped them out.
I did notice that. Yeah, you mean under the floor well there, right?
Yeah,
the footwells.
The footwell's lighting is pretty poor, like the Model 3. So I swapped them out for the brightest LEDs available.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah,
I love the purple strip lighting too.
Yes,
Looks
I've also
gorgeous.
got strip lighting that I bought third party as well, just to give it a dash of color. And it's got an app on the phone that you can actually change the color to. So I just want to show the viewers here a quick view of the two USB-C ports. If you can see it there. Yep, I think you can see those.
Very nice.
Yep.
The world is heading towards USB-C, that's for sure.
That's the right way to go.
And there are drink holders, right? And bins in every door, I can see. Just like the 3 as well.
Yep, there's 2 drink holders. There's so just one point of note. I've got the standard switches on the for the door exit, but the more recent Model Ys come with the picture of a car.
Oh yes, I've seen them on Twitter. Yes.
Yes. So.
Yep, makes them more user friendly. Now, let's go back into your driver's seat. Is there anything in the screen or the entertainment unit that's different between the 3 and the Y?
No,
Or is it very similar?
It's the exact same screen. Everything is the same. So,
Okay, that's good. Because obviously people are very familiar with the 3's landscape mode now, so that's good that it's very similar.
Yes, there's no difference. So your user experience is going to remain identical to the 3. It'll feel like a glove, but a glove that just fits so much better.
A very comfortable glove.
Yes.
Yep. So Kaushik, we have a few questions from our viewers here. I wonder how well the FSD works on iced roads and snowing, something we don't get too often here in Australia.
When it's cold and icy and there's ice on the roads that's obstructing the lines, in my experience, pre-FSD beta, autopilot does not work when there's no lanes. When it can't see roads, it can't isolate its own position with respect to the environment. It just doesn't work. How does it work when snowing? It worked fantastically, again with the caveat, when it can see roads.
Okay, next question. So Sean Wright writes, how is its on-road performance compared with the Model 3 in terms of ride and handling?
Comparatively, the centers of gravity for both vehicles are slightly different. The Model 3 obviously hugs the road more than the Y. If you're looking for similar performance characteristics and handling characteristics, you would be better off to go for a performance Model Y that's got its suspension lowered and closer to the ground, almost akin to a Model 3. You can't really differentiate between a Model 3 and a performance Model Y. It's so close and also an interesting tidbit. The Tesla, for some reason, seems to have got their showroom cars, their demo cars, as performance models in North America for the Model Y. So when we went and actually sat in our first Model Y in the showroom here, it felt weird because it didn't feel too different than the 3 from a height perspective. And then I quickly realized when I came back home that, hey, it's actually lower because it was performance. It had the red brake calipers. So it's not truly projective of what the actual height above the ground would be, because it felt like the same horizon level when you're looking.
Same drive height.
Yeah, same drive height, right? So
so that's something to keep in mind of, I guess, if you're test driving. If you just make sure you're in a long range, I guess, rather than performance.
Yeah, non-performance Model Y.
Height.
Non-performance Model Y, if you want to get the feel of the real height above the ground. From a drivability standpoint, I find that for a vehicle of its girth and its weight and its dimensions, it handles corners like a champ, man. I mean, these guys have optimized the powertrain. Also, the one difference that I have personally is I'm going from a single motor rear-wheel drive to a dual motor all-wheel drive, so I'm really feeling that stability on the road. For a vehicle, you would think the crossover compact SUV kind of vehicle would be a little bulky to manage, but It's not.
Here's the question. I'm having difficulty deciding whether to buy the Model 3 soon or to wait for the Model Y. One important issue for me is the likelihood of curb rashing the wheels when they scrape gutters. I would prefer the smaller wheels on the 3, but these wheels are not available for the Y. Are the larger Model Y wheels more likely to be damaged by the gutters?
The larger the wheel size, the more the likelihood that you're probably going to scrape it when you go park or something. So I can't really directly, I mean, I've gone from 18-inch wheels to 20-inch wheels, and I don't have any curb rash. So again, it depends on what kind of a driver you are. It depends on how close you park next to the sides of the road when you park. I would say if the fear is curb rash, take the smallest available wheels on the Model Y, which are the 19-inch Geminis.
And our final question is from Scott McGregor. He asks, I guess, does he notice much of a difference in range from the 3 to the Y?
The innovations in the Model Y, along with the heat pump, is one of the reasons why I went for the Model Y. Now, having gone through one brutal winter here in Canada, in the Model 3, SR Plus, single motor, rear-wheel drive, I did see about 50% loss of range in the winter. Okay, wow. So charging to 386 kilometers EPA rated range, I'm realistically looking only about 150 to 180 kilometers, because I'm going to lose range when heating up, because I would go to the office, my car would be parked outside, and I would go from minus 20 interior cabin temperature to plus 20, a 40-degree jump. I would lose 20 to 25 kilometers of range easy. So I'm down to about 120 kilometers of range when I'm back home. And I found in my preliminary tests that the Model Y is matching the Model 3 long range, the all-wheel drive, in its performance in cold, which speaks a lot considering it's a bigger vehicle, more voluminous, it has to pull more weight, and it's managing the similar efficiencies.
Thank you, Kaushik. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time, and thank you for showing us around your beautiful Model Y.
Thank you, Tesla Tom. Thank you for the opportunity, and I hope the viewers can make a more informed decision.
So guys, make sure you check out and follow Kaushik on Twitter, KK Tesla Model Y. I'll leave a link in the description below. And also follow him on his new podcast on YouTube. I'll also leave a link in the description below as well. Well, thank you, Kaushik, for giving us a guided tour of your beautiful Tesla Model Y. I hope you guys at home enjoyed it as much as I did. Until next time, guys, stay safe, and as always, happy charging.